Hey guys, it's Kristine. Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be going over my March 9 budget. I touch a little bit on my March 23rd budget just to explain how I split things up. If you are interested in seeing how I budget from paycheck to paycheck, keep on watching.
All right, this is my paycheck budget. I am paid every 2 weeks. My next paycheck is on March 9th, and this is how much I'm expecting. Everything's in pencil right now because obviously I don't have the check in my hand, and so the numbers won't be final until that happens. I also keep a running total of the current balances. I know some of these will change, like the checking and this one. These two will change because we're still in the previous budget timeline. But those are there, placeholder. It's nice to look at to make sure I have a good estimate of where I stand. So yeah, I do have all these accounts because it's working for me right now. I deposit my paycheck into my main checking account, and then from there I transfer the money to these different accounts. And I'll show you how I get these numbers down here. So let's start with this one. This is checking. That's what I like to use for my bills, some my fixed expenses like dental, vision, car insurance, also my subscriptions like Netflix. So those all come out of this account. So I'm budgeting 166. That's how much I'm expecting. And right here, you could tell I just got this bill in the mail, so I know it's going to be this amount instead of this. But I'm going to go ahead and keep it at this amount budgeted. That way I can build a little bit of a buffer, and then if I notice that this continues to be the amount, then I'll go ahead and adjust my budget in subsequent months. Netflix, I know, went up. I just round up to 16 again. The extra 51 cents is just going to stay in that checking account as a buffer. All right, so for the rent, etc., I like to split my gas, water, utilities, and my rent into half, and then I save it into this account, and then that way the money's in there. So like, for example, right here, I am expecting that I'll have $554 already in there, and then I add the 500, but really only 60 is coming out. And then when the rent comes due, then I'll have enough money for the rent. Maybe I could show you next one for March 23rd. Yeah, I got a little ahead of myself. So then I have my rent coming out for April, $758. And then my gas and electric, see how it's $938. Would not have been able to take that all out of this one paycheck because of all the other things I have going on. So that's why I have the rent account, the rent etc. account. That way it's set aside and I know I'll have it. And I do have a bit of a buffer there. I'm like about 2 weeks ahead. This is another checking account for variable expenses. Instead of having cash envelopes, I'm gonna do it like this. And so whatever's left over for gas, I'll have it here, and then I'll add 100, and then I'll subtract the actual that I use up, and then I'll have the ending balance, which will then go to the next paycheck. The reason why I did this is some months I use more, some months I use less. For gas, most of the time I'll probably spend like 60 or 70 on gas every 2 weeks. Now, of course, gas prices are going up, and then once in a while, we do go out of town, so I might beef this up on those occasions. Groceries, $200 every 2 weeks. Sometimes I go over, and sometimes I don't use that all up. Instead of being short some paychecks and way over in others, I just want to keep sort of like a rollover. Same with household. Eating out, that's like if I go out to lunch, go out for coffee, go out to dinner, or have takeout or something like that. So that's where that budget comes from. Copays and meds. I use this also for supplements, or vitamins. I've also used it for like protein powder or liquid IV or that sort of thing. Allowance is there, and that's for me to use however I want every 2 weeks, which you would think would be kind of redundant with all these other categories, but it's my money, so I give myself an allowance. And then I have sinking funds, which is a separate account, and this is because I don't use this often. I only get my hair done like every 4 months, so I want to save up for that so that I am not taking a big chunk of my check or my checking account for that one expense. Car maintenance, this is sort of like for emergencies, or if I don't have it in this paycheck to take care of, let's say like an oil change or car registration, then I would take it out of the car fund instead of the paycheck. And the other, I have gym. So, okay. So the estimated for variable expenses, $760. I put that up here. Emergency fund, I usually put 100 in there, but I had some extra, so that I had like $320 extra. So then I took that 300 and then I put it up here. So now that's 400. I have a Santa Saver account. So it takes out $25 every 2 weeks. So only my second year doing this Santa Saver, so I'm not sure if I should be saving more for Christmas. I don't really have a lot of people that I buy presents for, so I think this will be fine. It's only March, and I already have $225 saved up, so I think I'll be okay. And then this is the sinking fund from down here. And then the Roth IRA, I just completed my 2021 contributions, so I'm starting at 0 for 2022. And then every 2 weeks I'm putting in $250. I think that will still take me till probably January of 2023 to complete my 2022 contributions, unless I increase this amount. But right now, that's what I'm comfortable with. So here I added this up. and got $2,201. And this would be the leftover. You can see that adds up to 2,221.97. And so this is just going to stay in the checking account as a buffer. And yeah, we'll see how that works. And that's my budget.